Hello, this is Bill with the Wilderness Hiker. I'm here at the Elk River Hiking Trail. It's snowing. This is the trailhead near Elk City on Highway 160. Going to head down the trail right here. Come on, let's go. This is a trail from the beginning, just barely going into the woods. And it heads on down that way. A little more trail in the snow. See off through the woods and down the trail right there. It just keeps going. The trail is 15 miles long. This trip starts at mile 15 and goes to mile 11 and a half. The trail goes through hardwood and juniper forest and along limestone cliff bands and canyons. A little more of the trail. See what the terrain is like around here. The trail goes off around that tree. This is the beginning of the cliff bands that the trail travels through. Here's the Elk River. The river flows into the Elk City Lake, which is a flood control reservoir. These rock formations are near the Elk City Trailhead of the Elk River Hiking Trail. Elk River Trail in the winter. The trail goes alongside the river until it gets to the lake, and then it follows the shore of the lake. There was about 1.5 inches of snow this day. There are multiple stream crossings where you can collect water, but none of them are deep unless the lake is in a flood stage. There are a few open fields between the mostly wooded areas. There are places for backpack camping all along the trail. The trail follows an old abandoned road for a short distance. Part of the road is covered with flood debris and can only be accessed by foot. The trail goes into juniper trees here. This is some of the cliff bands coming in from the Highway 160 trailhead. Here's some of the taller limestone formations on the trail. There are cliff bands along most of the trail. Most of the forest is just above the cliff bands. There are breaks in the cliff bands where the upper forest can be accessed. The trail goes up to the tops of the cliffs here. Here's a cairn on the trail. This is an old fence built by the first European settlers. They built these fences everywhere. They had nothing else to build the fences with, and there were too many rocks. There were settlers everywhere. Imagine buying this quarter section and trying to farm it. This is the second of many streams crossing the trail. Like all the rest of them, it's not very deep. The lake floods once every few years, and then these low areas are underwater. The trail keeps going up and down between the high areas and the low areas, providing some beautiful dramatic scenery. The cliffs run from short to 30 feet high, and the rocks go from tiny to house-sized boulders. There are photos of the forest above inserted in the video. The landscape appearance changes dramatically between seasons. Icicles on the waterfall can turn into a solid wall of ice if the weather is right. Oak trees and other hardwoods are intermixed with the juniper trees. There are cottonwoods along the creeks and the river. This is a mostly juniper forest above the cliffs. The ends of the trail have the most beautiful cliffs, canyons, and caves. The view of the river is blocked here in the spring when everything is green. Now the trail is going through small limestone canyons. It looks like a totally different world above the cliffs. The river is gentle here and on the same level as the lake. The camera battery was dying, and some of this comes from the cell phone. The world above is so different. The floodplain along the river here was underwater this last summer. The lake was up 31 feet from its normal level. All of this was underwater. This is the best canyon area, with tall cliffs on the left and house-sized blocks on the right. Nothing is straight here. The cliffs lean in and lean out, and the trees grow in every which direction. All of the debris you see on the sides of the trail are from the flood. It's almost time to get above the cliffs into the camping area. This is above the cliffs and looks like a whole different world. There are good places for tents 3.5 miles in. It got dark just as I set up camp. I'm trying to build a fire with everything wet from snow. I sawed small logs and I'm splitting them to get to the dry wood on the inside. I brought some fat wood and I'm cutting it into small pieces, hoping it will catch fire. The fire started on some birch bark, but it would not stay lit. Everything is so frozen, it didn't want to catch fire. Fat wood didn't want to catch fire. I had to use a lighter and light some birch bark to get the fat wood to start. Now it's time for dinner, some good warm soup. Green noodles, spices, olive oil, chicken breast, a little bit of salt, chicken noodle soup. Really good. It's time for bed. And time to hit the trail again, back in the cliff band. The camera battery is now dead, and I'm using the cell phone. Fall, spring, and winter are the best times to hike and camp here. In the summer, it's hot, humid, and buggy. The area is full of deer and other wildlife, but they're all hiding. Sometimes the deer even let you get close, but not this time of year. Back in the most beautiful canyons. At night, the coyotes sing and chase animals through the woods. The water is barely moving, has the appearance of a mirror. This is a place you can hike out to the top. This cliff overhangs. Everything under it stays dry. It's a good place to find dry kindling if you're close by. Back to the abandoned road. Last photo from the camera in the river is a mirror. And the trail goes down here, all the way down there. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell so you get a notice when another video comes out. If you leave a comment and click the like button, it will help with more videos. My website and Facebook information are right here.